some of these world leaders are scared of Trump. He's not a menacing guy. I mean, he's fucking tall. He's a big guy, but he's not like super strong or anything. You know,
No,
he's not
hell
like,
no. Nobody know Trump is no damn gangster. Trump
no.
got money. That's what make him a gangster because he
I
could
was
use his
just gonna say,
money.
but that can be way more powerful, which you can talk about it again if you want. Because
Yeah, I
I
don't know.
honestly, I don't track that person. Like, I don't.
I'm not a fan of this guy.
Well, I've just been out of the loop on music in general, and I just don't know artists and local artists and mainstream artists, and I don't know none of that shit. So
I
I
think the
don't.
music is trash. The music is trash. I don't listen to the music. I don't listen to none of these guys. There's only one guy in Jacksonville that I think has that's young, that has pretty good music, and
Hotel
that's
Hillo.
this.
We met him at the
That again? What's his name? Oh
Hotel.
no, he's not from Jacksonville though.
Okay, yeah, Georgia, right?
Yeah, he's from some part of Florida, but not definitely not Jacksonville. He's from 'cause remember he says it's a real small town in
The
Florida.
Destin
He's
or
like
something like that. Yeah.
something crazy like that.
So
It's
yeah,
real
it's some
small.
tiny little. Anyways, you were
Yeah.
saying before I
But
rudely interrupted you.
yeah, so I don't know about their music per se, right? But I do know like I'm aware of the beef music because it just went viral. Like that stuff was just all over the internet. So you couldn't miss it if you were on the internet, you know what I'm saying? And then if you in that realm. But again, just from knowing what was happening for years, because I remember living on the west side and we lived in a cul-de-sac. Brand new house. I'm talking about brand first people moving this house, everything. Lived there for almost 5 years. Well, I lived there for almost 5 years. My kids and mother lived there for a little longer. But this kid, and I'm just calling him a kid because he was like 17 when we moved around, and 16 when we moved around, and he wanted to turn 18 or whatever the case may be. This kid had his house shot up like 4 or 5 times.
What?
And one night, I'm in the kitchen, and I'll never forget my son grandmother was in the living room. And we got like it's like an open floor plan. So I'm just chopping up everything and whatever case may be. And I hear doop, 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 doop. I stop what I was doing and I go like, and I like walk out of the kitchen. I'm like kind of listening to the doors. Like we got a long hallway to get to the door. So I'm listening like, that sound like gunshots. What the fuck is that? So I was like, and I looked at her mother. I was like, you heard that? She's like, yeah. I was like, all right, fuck it. And I just went back to chopping up my shit. I was like, nothing. Then all of a sudden, I see flashing lights, like out of, maybe like 10, 15 minutes later, something like that. And I said, the fuck is going on out here? So I go outside. Sure enough, the dude down the street, some kids came in a forerunner. We live on a cul-de-sac. Remember that. It's a cul-de-sac and it's another cul-de-sac like this. So it's a cul-de-sac just like this. And we live at the end of the cul-de-sac. He lives at the one closer up to the top of the block, and we at the bottom of the block.
So it's like an L.
They goes almost like an L. It's like damn near like an L, right? But it's like more like a T because you got to come back out type of thing. Because that block is like almost in the middle of that cul-de-sac. But anyway, he lives on that like the second house to the corner of that cul-de-sac. They drives past his house. When they drive past his house, they shoot it up. But when they shoot it up, he runs out the back door, comes around the houses, and then as they going down the street to go to the end of the cul-de-sac to turn around, he comes behind and shoots through the back of the forerunner. So he wound up hitting two of them. Listen, this truck is maybe 30, 40 feet from my house. That's what I'm saying. I heard the shots, but I wasn't, we ain't in the hood. I'm on the west side on Timmerman. I'm not Timmerman, whatever over there for Blandon or whatever the case may be.
Well,
In the
West
back,
Side is the hood.
nah, man, not where we was at.
It's the
Not where
white
we was
hood.
at. Off of Jamie's, bro. No. Back in
West
the
Side.
cut,
West Side is the white hood.
I guess. I
It's
ain't
like
seen
a
nothing
white
hood. And
crackhead
I'm
type.
from the real hood. That shit ain't no hood, bro.
Yeah.
I'm from the trenches. Baltimore is the trenches. When you go to Baltimore, I want to bring people to Baltimore City to see. But
I don't
anyway,
want to go. I don't
trust
want to
me.
go.
I need everybody to go with me so
I
they
don't
can
want to
see
go.
where I come
I
from and
like
why
to be
I am the way
safe.
I am. You might be good. Should be good. You might. Can't
Hey,
promise you.
guess
Can't
what?
promise you that.
Welcome back. Let me try that again. Welcome back to the Oddly Enough podcast
Shit. I was trying to find my button.
with Tristan and Jim. I'm Jim, and that's
Tristan, Urban Curse, yeah.
All right. See, we did our little beginning excerpt, and then we did the intro. So you
Hold
could
on,
just
somebody at that damn door already. God
oh
damn it.
damn. Well, while he's out checking in on who's at the door, I would like to invite you guys to go to our YouTube. Well, either one of our YouTube channels. Okay, Jamerica Network and the Graybeard Podcast. This video you're watching is on either of those. We collaborate on YouTube to bring it to you. We haven't started a separate podcast YouTube page or anything like that. So you have to find it on our channels. Please go subscribe right now, man.
Some random ass kids. I never seen these kids before. Talking about can they jump on the trampoline? I said, yo, go find find who lives here to go so you can jump. You know you can't jump on the trampoline. What?
Yeah, that's
Hell
all you
no.
need, bro. You need them to break their fucking ankles and shit
Exactly. I'm
on
like,
your property, and then you're liable for that shit. Pass.
I'm looking because I'm like, who's these kids on the porch? I've never seen these kids a day in my life. Oh my God. But anyway, so yeah, come to find out, one of them ran. No, two of them ran. They caught one around the corner, was shot. One of them was still in the car when he got shot. No, I'm sorry. Three of them ran. One was still in the car. One was around the corner and was in the grass somewhere, but he was alive. But they took him to the hospital and all that stuff. And the other two got away. I don't know if they ever got caught after that. But come to find out, 15, 17, 19, and I forgot the other age. 15, 17, 19, and whatever the other one was. You get what I'm saying? Not to mention it's a little black dude up the top of the block, and this little white kid they should have on the other what you call it on the other side. I'm walking down the street one day, coming from work because I was catching the bus at the time. You would have thought I didn't live on this block, like I was paying fucking almost $1,000 for rent, and they looking at me all crazy. I'm like, I'm gonna kill one of these little motherfuckers. So I went in my house because I wasn't carrying my big gun at the time. Went in my house, got the gun, got the dog. When I come walking down the streets, I see these motherfuckers pull a rifle. So automatically, I look at them. I said, "Try it, try it." So they come to find it, they thinking I'm like, nigga, this is where I live. Y'all some little kids. I will kill you and your family out here. I promise you that. I promise you that. And I'm a sit in court with the. Yeah, I sure did it. I sure did, and I do it again because these idiots think that they gangster. Okay, I'm gonna show you what gangster is. Don't come in this neighborhood and try to bother. When I moved to that neighborhood, every kid was outside.
The one you're in now, or the one on the west side?
No, the one on the west side. Every kid on that block, I'm talking about down to a toddler, was outside and had no issues.
Mm.
After all of that, we never saw kids outside again. You ruined the neighborhood because y'all want to be idiots.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So that's when I first started finding out about this whole gang war stuff, foolishness, because come to find out, it was a part of this.
Mm.
All of these, there's shootings at the Rains High School one year. That's what they were talking about in this. All of these things was a domino effect.
Mm-hmm.
And my issue is, where the fuck are they getting all these guns from? I own hella guns, y'all. Okay, I own shit that a motherfucker. Let me tell y'all something.
Don't come in the yard, man.
If you see this in a kid's hand, in a child's hand, we have an issue.
Machinery.
This is legal, and I don't have a switch on this. And children have switches.
What is it?
Children.
I've heard that so many times. Can you educate the resident white guy?
I could. I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. Hold on. Show you better than I can tell you.
I don't know what a switch is.
On the back of a Glock, you see this right here?
Yeah.
This comes out. You gotta. It's a detent and all that you gotta take it out. On the back of a Glock, you could slide this off. There's a little mechanism about this big and that small. It's very small. It's literally as big as this, but it just sticks out just a little bit on a Glock. This is a Smith & Wesson, so it's not on this, right? It sticks out just a little bit. All it does is allows this to go rapid.
Oh, so it's like semi-automatic.
You just hold the trigger and it goes rapid.
Oh, so automatic.
It's automatic. That's all it is. That's all it is. And again, y'all, these are legal. Okay, so when I'm showing this is all for educational purposes. All right, y'all. Just making y'all know that. All right. So,
This one's gonna get throttled down.
but this is just what it is, right?
Yeah. No, no, no. We should be
I
able to talk
own
about that stuff.
weapons. I own legal weapons that I bought from gun stores and online from online gun stores, and I don't own a switch. You know what you got to do now to get a before you got to get you got to pay a tax stamp of $200 to the federal government. You have to fill out paperwork. Excuse me. Send this paperwork off to your FFL. The FFL sends it to the government. Government takes from 9 months to a year before they can approve you for a switch or a silencer. Or let's say if I wanted to put a foregrip on that instead of a finger stop, because I got a finger stop on there. If I want to put a foregrip on there, I have to get a tax stamp just to put a foregrip. And a foregrip is just a longer part. So if when I'm holding a weapon, I can hold it like this instead of holding it like this. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because the government claims it helps you to shoot faster. No, the fuck it doesn't. Training helps you to shoot faster. That's what helps you to shoot faster. Now, of course, the automatic mechanism automatically makes you shoot faster. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to carry no switch ever. Why the fuck would I want that?
Yeah.
You're literally, it's rapid fire in a second. You could make so many mistakes. It's not even funny.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even want.
You don't have to be accurate.
No. There's also binary triggers. So binary trigger is where you pull the trigger, you let it go, it shoots. I'm sorry, let me just say it again. You pull the trigger, it shoots. You let it go, it shoots. You pull it, it shoots. You let it go, it shoots. So it's not automatic, but if you know how to fucking move
It's
your
like
fingers
double
right,
semi-automatic. Are you sure it's not a non-binary?
I like that. Yeah.
It doesn't know which way it wants to go. Forward,
Real
backwards.
shit.
It
Real
works
shit.
both ways.
Real shit. It works both ways. If you really look at it, it's non-binary, binary.
I'm sorry, man. I know you're being dead ass serious, and
No, I'm listen, this is
I'm learning
I'm
something here, but
I'm
I don't
I'm
really
listening.
fuck with guns. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
it's not that I don't want to. I've gone to the range. I know how to shoot a gun. I know I've shot rifles. I've shot hunting rifles. I've shot handguns, all different types. I just, I don't own a bunch of them. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I'm not like a gun nut, as it were.
Man, if
But
I could have this whole room full of guns, I would.
yeah, I love the fact that we have the right to do that, though, if we wanted to.
Right.
You
Right.
know, um,
It's amazing, man. I think and for me growing up in a city where carrying a gun was even a thing. Like it's not even a thing. They first and foremost, they tell you if somebody breaks into your house to shoot them in their legs. Hmm.
so they can see
Hmm.
you.
Hmm. So they can shoot you.
Yeah. Oh, it's dark. I didn't see the hit, which I thought his leg was his leg, but it was his head.
It's just idiotic foolishness. You get what I'm saying? So when I got to Florida and all I found out, all you have to do was take a class for what, a day or two? And not
Not
even a day.
even
I think it was a day.
like 4 hours.
A day. Because it's been 7, 8 years since I took this class or
Yeah,
whatever.
I did my concealed weapons permit.
Yeah. And you pay what, 200 something dollars if that? Get your
Yeah.
get your get your fingerprints and you could go into a gun store once you get your license and you will walk out with that gun.
Hmm.
You- so it was totally different for me because when I first found out about it, I was like, there's no way. There's no way you
There's
could
no
just
way.
go in a gun store and do that because I'm not used to that. And when I found out, and one of my homegirls that I used to work with, she got her concealed carry, and she was telling me everything about it. I was just like, there's no way. And I felt like, damn, this is real. And my first concealed carry was a Smith and Wesson M&P, and I wound up selling that to somebody or whatever. But yes, that was my first concealed carry. And then I got a Glock. That was my second. Then I got my AR. Then I got this. Then I got another shotgun that I shot. I mean that I sold. Then I just thought, you know what I'm saying? Like it just started kind of trickling from there. So I sold like 3 guns so far. But yeah, I need about 10 more. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
you
lie.
need
But
it.
this
I,
but
I, I think you need it.
I really believe that everyone should carry a weapon. Every, not, okay, let me rephrase this. Every law-abiding citizen that is not a maniac should carry a gun. And not only should you carry a gun, you should train. You
That's
need
the
to
biggest
train.
part.
You
That's,
have to train. You should know the first thing you do. When I picked this weapon up, the first thing I did was make sure that it was cleared. This other one here, I know it's on safe and all of that stuff, and nobody's over here. So, or whatever.
yeah,
That's the so before I even pulled that trigger, anything, I made sure it was cleared. I took the mag out and showed y'all, so I know
frame
I'm not
finger,
flagging myself.
frame finger.
Keep your finger off the trigger at all times. All of that. It was so much stuff that I learned within this last almost 10 years of carrying a gun every single day that I'm glad I learned what I learned because it was times I was so-called, I hate to say it like this, but that's what we called it, was Mexican carry. You just no holster, one in the head, and your dip. You're gonna shoot your PP off or shoot yourself in the carotid artery and you're dead.
Yeah.
Thank God, by the grace of God, it didn't happen to me. Now,
Mhm.
as you can see, I have holsters, I have all that stuff. I know how to clean a weapon, all that. Back, I didn't know how to clean a weapon. Take a gun apart. Take a gun apart.
If it stops working, you just throw it away. That's what they
Just
do
throw
in the
it
movies.
away.
They
I
just that's what
can,
they do
as
in the
we,
movies.
we're literally speaking right here, right now. And I can literally go right now and just take this apart. Easy. As we're talking. Just that quick. You know what I'm saying? So those type of stuff I didn't know back in the day. And now it's back together. And that's just a field strip. That's not even the full strip where I could take everything apart and replace things. All of those things are if you're a gun owner, you need to make sure that you know what you're doing. And you need to make sure that when you carry in a weapon, that you think 3, 4, 5 times before you pull that thing.
Yeah.
My weapons are for defense, not for offense.
Right. But see, the problem is, Tristan, all these kids that you're talking about that get these guns, they don't have any training. They just get a gun put in their hand and they think I'm a badass. It's just like when the first time I rode a motorcycle, there's really no way for someone to show you how to do it. You just do it, and then once you
Yeah.
do it, you look like a fucking fool, but you think I'm the coolest ever, blah 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 blah. But it's not true. You look like a
So true.
moron.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
But like,
And
oh,
no,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, you go.
No, yeah, I just had some great people over the years that I listened to in a sense of, and then I've also again like YouTube is your university, shit like that. Like you can learn so much.
True.
Colin Noir and those guys like that, they tell you so much stuff that's like, okay, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, don't do that. Look this up, look this up. Then you go to the range. I'm practicing at the range. Somebody come tap me on my shoulder. Hey, try this. Range officer. Hey, instead of when you shooting a gun with one hand, instead of holding it like this, can it a little bit. He said, I know it seems like it's a movie shit, but really, and he told me the whole. And when I did, I said, "Oh shit, that's work. Not like this, of course. Like no,
No,
no
no,
move,
no.
but you hold the weapon just a little slightly because what
Well, if
it
you're
does.
holding it like this, your wrist wants to buckle, but if you turn it a little bit, it's more
Boom.
solid.
And you give yourself the line of sight into your sight. See, if you do this, now you have to move your hand into your front of your face.
Right,
When you
right.
do this, it automatically
Lines it up
I'm
with
gonna
the iron sights.
boom.
See,
You
I
get what
know
I'm
a
saying?
little bit. I know a little bit. I'm not completely stupid.
I know.
Only
Yeah, yeah,
only a
yeah. You
little.
don't know nothing.
But if you
You know,
know,
I shoot raw.
just saying
Let me
that's my
stop.
gun,
Sorry,
baby.
I'm joking.
That's a camera um double entendre.
I swear. But yeah,
No,
man,
yeah, it's nutty, man.
it's nutty, man. And then I'm just curious. Not curious. I just want to know. You can't tell me that. Okay, I'll get that some people are getting their guns stolen, stuff like that. That's not that many. And not only that, in the state of Florida, and I think many other states, a child at once they turn 18, because you're still a child to me,
Yeah.
you can go to a gun store and buy a fucking rifle.
Mm-hmm. No background check or nothing, I think, right? No, they
No,
do a
no, you still got to do background check and all that.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you
yeah.
can walk in and walk out with it that day.
If you got your concealed carry, but not if
Uh-uh.
you still got to do the 3 days.
My ex-wife wanted a shotgun. We went to Academy Sports. and she started looking at shotguns, and she looked at a Mossberg, pump action Mossberg. Walked out with it that day.
With no concealed carry?
$250. Bam, bam.
No
Right?
concealed carry.
Rifles, you don't need it. Handguns, you need to, they do a background check, or you
Because you
have to have
concealed
a
it.
concealed weapon.
Makes sense. If
But
you
yeah,
concealed,
rifles. So yeah, anybody can go in and get a fucking rifle.
it's fucking retarded, man.
Yeah, that's a little weird to me.
It's
Like,
weird,
why can
man.
you get one but not the other? It seems to me like a rifle, most of the time, aren't they like way more power?
Of course.
Yeah.
I got a shotgun that will put a fucking hole through a goddamn gorilla, a fucking elephant.
uh,
You know what I'm saying? I got something that go just blow some shit up. You put
uh-huh.
especially you put the right ammo in there. You put some damn buckshot. I mean, some yeah, buckshots in there. You put some damn slugs in there.
Hmm.
Them slugs is tearing you apart.
Yeah, her brother would make his own shells, and they had like it was like buckshot, razor blades, birdshot, buckshot. I was like, "Well, what are you trying to do, man? Like, are you trying to chop a house in half? Like, what are you doing? Are you demolishing your house? Like, what?" He's like, "They're not getting up.
They're not getting up.
If you come into my house, you're not leaving,
Yeah.
and,
See,
you
I used
will,
to
but in a
do
body bag."
I used to do buckshot slug. That's how I used to do mine. But now it's just slug. So it's like, and I'm trying and the reason why I stopped doing uh buckshot is because I ain't wanted to spray it too much and fucking go somewhere. But at least I know that slug is one slug. So I hit you and that's it. It's not spreading and hitting a whole bunch of other shit and it could go around and maybe hit something else that I shouldn't be hitting and all of that stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm always
That's the
cognizant
scary
of
part
that.
about shotguns, but I don't know. The scary thing, I have a friend who has a foundation. I know I've talked to you about it before. He's been on the podcast like 3 times. He's coming back on this weekend, and he's bringing one of his mentees, a young man. I cannot remember his name right now, but I'll find out. But I want to say he's been shot like 3 times,
Oh my
and he's a
God.
young guy. Like I think he just graduated high school. You
It's
know,
insane, man.
yeah, and that's right here in Jacksonville. But most of the people that he works with are like off of like Sutel, Moncrief area, and I, d- I am blissfully unaware because I guess white privilege. I don't know. I just didn't grow up in that environment, and I did I started a mini doc. I wanted to do a mini docu series and I wanted to feature each one of his mentees, starting with the ones who have like the craziest stories, and then we're gonna keep going down the line because I mean, it's everybody in like 3 different neighborhoods out there that he talks to, and this could be an ongoing series,
Facts.
but I didn't really plan too well. I just brought a bunch of equipment and thought, I'll all my knowledge podcasting, I should be able to do it. It'll be fine. I didn't write any questions down. I didn't have any real plan, but I was like, I said I want to do a scene up at the front of the neighborhood in front of the sign where we're just kind of talking. Like I'm asking you questions and things like that. We're up there. I got one question in, and there was like the kid that I'm talking to brought like 3 of his buddies
Mm-hmm.
and or 2 of his buddies. And they're standing on the other side of him, just kind of off camera
You
watching
show me, but
a
I
little bit.
remember.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. But
explain to the
this
audience
part,
though.
I didn't like, they weren't in the video of this part, but, um, yeah, but them two and Jay were both like doing this,
You
looking
have
around,
to.
and I'm like, I stopped for a second. I was like, "Yo, are y'all good? Like, what's going on?" They said, "Man, we just don't like being this close to the road. You know, just get done what you got to do, and then let's skedaddle back inside."
Yep.
And I mean, nobody hangs out anywhere where you can see from the road in that
Yep.
neighborhood. There's inside, there's like, it's apartments. So it's like there's big apartment right in the dead center, and then there's a road that goes around. Everybody kind of hangs out in the back, like quadrant. And then there was a basketball court that was way in the back, and it's surrounded by trees and stuff. And I was like, well, that's probably the safest place here for you guys, right? Like, I'm not worried. I don't fucking care. I'm too old to give a shit. If I get shot and die, whatever. Sorry, Bianca. Sorry, Gabby. They would be very sad. And it would be sad to not be around, but when you're there and you're in that environment and you're doing that thing, you need to. That was like the closest that I came to experiencing what they feel on a daily basis when they walk out of their house. There's so many of those young people that have been shot. Some of them been killed, and it's like and they're on the surface when you talk to them, they're hard. But when you see them and you talk to them like off to the side, man, they're scared.
Yeah.
They don't.
Terrified.
Yeah,
Terrified. All of them are terrified. That's why they're shooting.
yeah. It's like being on Mars without a spacesuit.
Yeah.
They're just it. No one should have to feel that way. No one.
No.
And this is why Jay does what he does. He knows they're in that environment. He knows that it's very enticing for those kids to be going to to gravitate towards that lifestyle. But he's just trying to be out here showing them a different way, showing them the love and care that, because a lot of their dads aren't there, you
Nope.
know. And I know that's a funny stereotype that everybody likes to make fun of and shit, but it's fucking real. And when you don't have a father figure and you think you're the man of the house and you've got a little sister or two little sisters and your mama who's maybe
Facts.
maybe ill, maybe your mama can't work, and she's living off of food stamps and government assistance, but that's not enough always. And you don't
Absolutely
want
not.
to see your mom go through that and have to deal with that shit. So you're like, I know I could get some money real quick. And then you do it once. And then you do it again. And then you see how quick you can make that money. And, those people will welcome you right into with open arms.
Yeah.
But it is a slippery slope and it's a bad path to be on. And Jay's out there trying to, like I said, he's trying to give these young men and women the love that they don't get from their fathers or anything like that. He's a mentor. He's a role model. He's just a great dude. I love him to death, and um, I think very highly of what he's doing out there. So I'm excited to talk to him again and this young man that he's bringing. But yeah, man, it's a real fucking thing, and I know it's not Baltimore, but it's pretty fucking rough out here in certain
No,
parts.
it's definitely it's rough.
It's like
I'm
a
gonna tell you
different
this.
country. It's like a whole different place.
How this is how I look at it here compared to where I'm from, right? There's more to move around in. The neighborhoods are way bigger
Yeah.
compared to
Everything's
where I'm
spread
from.
out. Yeah.
It's just way bigger. Like let's say let's say this is Jacksonville. This is Baltimore. You get what I'm saying? So
Small
the
town.
same
Everybody
way,
knows everybody.
it, even if you don't know everybody, this is the thing. I can walk from east to west in about an hour or two
Oh, yeah.
in
You ain't
in,
doing
in
that in
Baltimore.
Jacksonville.
You ain't do what? Not
You,
even a not even. You might die going over the bridge
you
because
will.
you got to go over a bridge. Either way, you got to go over a bridge to get over here, whatever the case may be. It's gonna take you damn near 8 hours to probably walk. You get what I'm saying? From east to west. I've walked from downtown from my house in Baltimore and got blisters and everything on my feet 'cause I had on no socks and damn Converse like an idiot. Then walked all the way home. And not to mention, we got hills and valleys and all that. This is all flatland, right? So
Yeah.
you could make a ride a bike if you that fit from east to west in Jacksonville. So they're way more spread out, right? So that's why my issue is y'all can get around and move around because guess what? I live on a side of town where I see nobody. And I know hella people in the city and I see no one. So a lot of times, this is just my opinion, a lot of times in these neighborhoods, you have no other way to get money because they don't put anything in those neighborhoods for you to get money, right?
Right.
I
There's
let's
no
say
businesses.
there's no businesses. So let's say if you go in those neighborhoods, I bet money there's maybe one McDonald's within the 10 miles. There's probably one Burger King within 10 miles. They can only hire so many people. You know what I mean? You're
Mhm.
gonna have a huge hospital because you need that there in the middle. So you got Shands in the middle of the neighborhood. So because so many people getting shot and killed, whatever the case may be.
The one on
And
what is that? 8th Street.
exactly. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump to another part. If anybody could remember when World Star was a huge thing, when World Star came out, that's when the embarrassment came.
Mm.
See, there was a time when you could go out there and you knuckle it up, you get bloody, you do your thing, you might get beat up. And all you gonna hear, it's a word of mouth thing. Oh, you heard Tristan. You don't see it though, but you just heard about it. So it's a rumor at that point. Anybody could tell a rumor. Now it's cameras. Now everybody is watching you get your ass whooped. Now it's being broadcast everywhere. So
Yeah,
now the embarrassment and these kids not knowing how to fucking deal with embarrassment, you get what I'm saying?
I do.
Now that escalates to now I want to go get a weapon. That's where that came from me. That's where it came from. It started from that World Star era when everybody pulled out their camera and said, World Star, World Star. And the most viewed, because I was on there every day, me and my brothers, when I lived in my apartment. We was on World Star every day, just going through, flicking through pages and pages. Because you had to go through the whole thing, go down, flick the next page, go through, flick down the next page, the old type of browser type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
just click on each video type of, it ain't like YouTube where it's like, you could move some shit around. No, it's like whole pages and all that stuff. And you watch it, and people were just getting their heads knocked off left and right, or the case may be. And that's where the embarrassment started. And then social media came. When social media came in, heightened it even fucking more. Now that's all you can see. It takes no time for you to get your head knocked off, to get you knocked out, and somebody's posting you within 5 seconds. And now you don't know how to deal with that embarrassment. So now you want to go get back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And a
yeah.
lot of these kids don't know how to just take an ass whooping and move on.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
They scared to get punched in the fucking face.
I was scared to get punched in the face, but it didn't stop me from getting punched in the face.
Exactly.
I got punched a lot. I just have a punchable face, man.
Shut.
Every time he opens his mouth, I just want to hit him in his suck hole.
So that's why I believe a lot of this stem from. Then on top of that, then the drill music came in. Chicago. When
Mm.
Chicago came in and that drill music started, everybody wanted to do that shit until they started dying and going to jail.
Mm.
You do when we were coming up, when Biggie and Pac got killed, that was the biggest fucking thing ever. That was it ruined it, not it just it messed up everybody, and everybody was sad. Everybody, that was the biggest tragedy ever.
Yeah.
Now a rapper dying is like, oh, okay, another one. That's where it's gotten to, and it's sad.
I'm like that with all fucking any actor, musician. People are like, "Oh my god, did you hear that so and so died?" I'm like, I don't fucking care. I didn't know them in life. You know, what I mean, I guess it sucks. We won't be able to see fucking whatever anymore, but I think they were done with that fucking series anyways.
You stupid.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Hey,
What do
they
we
got a
need?
legacy.
Jaws 19? Like, come on.
Right,
Fuck off.
right.
Fast and the Furious 3000? Fuck off.
Now there's some celebrities where you just like, man, that's tragic. Whoa, how did that happen?
It's
You know what I
weird,
mean?
isn't it?
Like
There
like
are some
Kobe.
that,
Like Kobe
yeah,
was
yeah.
tragic
That
because
was
he was with his kids, he was with other
Aaliyah,
families. Aaliyah was tragic. Like that's
Kurt
shit. Damn,
Cobain,
Kurt Cobain. Like
Robin Williams.
oh my god. Like
It-
even when Travis Barker got into that accident, and then the other guy DJ AM died in when they got into the
right.
airplane accident, he said he
But
was
you know what
swimming
I
in
think
jet
it
fuel.
is? You know what I think it is? And I'm not being silly. I know I'm normally silly, but I think it's because we have the internet. And I think it's because we have so much access and we see these people so much every single day. You feel like you know them, you feel like you're buddies with them and stuff. Maybe that's it. I don't know, but like back then, you just
Right on.
we had like idols kind of, you know, like you see these people barely on a music video, maybe,
Exactly.
or in the newspaper, or maybe they do a news story on the 6 o'clock news, and you'd be like, wow, that really happened, you know, like bro. I mean, you know, and it's like Elvis. You know what I'm saying? Like that dude was a sensation from the first time he was on the Ed Sullivan show. They could only film him from here up because he was doing shit with his hips
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
didn't want to see that.
yeah.
You know, they didn't want to show that on the fucking, and then he got banned from the show. But it's just, and then people just, and that, when you, It's just like the parental advisory thing. When you tell somebody they can't see something or you take it away from them, they're going to want it that much more, and that person gets that much more popular.
Did I send you? Because that's what I'm looking for right now. I sent you. If
You
not,
probably
if
did.
not, if I didn't send you to you, I seen it. What you're saying is absolutely fucking correct. There's an expert that came out, and I seen the reel the other day. Like, I can't. Oh man, I'm so mad I didn't fucking save that shit. Maybe I
Yeah.
did. But he pretty much was saying exactly what you were saying. He said humans are not meant to see this many humans within in a short span of time. They're not supposed to see this many humans doing all of this stuff that fast. We're not. So we've on top of being desensitized and everything else, it's literally becoming it's gonna be a mental uh damn what he was saying, bro. I gotta fucking find this shit because he was breaking it down so much. I was like, bro, it's true. It is so true. It's like there's no way you're supposed to see hundreds of thousands of people within a week. Thousands of people within a week and see everything that they're doing and some most stuff. It's not even supposed to be a thing. I'm trying to see if I can find this shit, yo. Oh my god, I don't know what they
Well,
they switch up everything
I
in
know
here.
you while you're looking for that, I know you've heard of Dunbar's number.
No,
Okay,
say that. What's that?
Dunbar's number, and I'm not. I'll have to look it up and find out. Like, it was a guy. There was a guy. His last name was Dunbar, but he came up with the theory that, and I think it's probably true that the average human being can only remember 150 people at a time, and through as you go through life, some of those people drop off, and then you add new ones. But 150 people, that's about the max that a human being can remember, or I mean, like normally. So when you see all of these, you've got all your circle here, the people that are in your real life, you're 150 here, and then now you've got other feeds coming in from all over the place, from fucking overseas. You got people from different states, you got actors, musicians, and all this crazy shit coming in. And now you're starting, your brain just kind of like it goes into overdrive, and then it just
Yep.
short circuits, I believe.
Yep.
And that's why people get so fucking like weird, when they get these ideologies that they get hooked onto, and then when something happens that does not line up with that thing, they start crying in their beanies and their little Harry Potter glasses on the street, and it's just like, what the fuck is going on with your blue hair,
I can't find it. Nah, man. It's gonna be detrimental. And it's not it's gonna it is detrimental because even when you see how people now most people don't have their own mind anymore. They're literally, I know we talk about this all the time. They're part of the echo chamber or they're easily influenced, right? And
and they can be
that
told what to think and
and
how to
and it's
feel.
and it's gotten to that point where you just like everybody's a robot. Everybody's a robot. If you're not clout chasing, if you're not trying to be the toughest motherfucker, if you're not trying to like all of those different things, right? And we all at some point in our life because of this social media shit. But if you want to be an entertainer, of course you're going to be on social media. You're trying to do some stuff. If you don't have any talent, I'm sorry, this is just my. If you have no talent, why the fuck are you posting on social media every day? That's just me. But then again, the algorithm, oh, and I got something for you. The algorithm is going to automatically put you in because you're doing idiotic shit. I sent you, and I know for a fact I sent you that one. I
You
sent you,
did. You keep sending me shit to my photo page, and I don't go on that bitch.
I just said it whoever, whichever one pop up first. But
Stop being
I
lazy.
sent you about I sent you this guy wrote 6 letters. Three here,
Yeah, I just
three
saw that.
here.
What does
He
that mean?
literally said it means nothing. If you read the caption, he said these letters meant a nothing. He said, I literally post about all of my investments, everything, whatever case may be. I'm doing my business shit, and I've never gotten 100,000 views within 24 hours. He said, I posted this shit, and the letters mean nothing. He said
Mm.
it meant nothing. And everybody in my comments trying to figure out what the fucking letter, I mean, what
Started
those letters
attaching
mean.
their own meaning to it. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's where we're at. And when I asked, I asked myself, I said,
We
is
should try
that how
that.
much influence? Huh?
We should try that.
We should try, just try it. And it shows you how simple minded people are. They will make something out of fucking nothing.
Thing.
And that's how most people are nowadays, where they will go on see a photo or see a video, if case may be, and you go in the timeline, you go in and you go in the not timeline, you go in the comments, and even if you're not, you don't have to comment, but if you just read the comments, you're like,
Whoa.
what? This is how you got? This is what you got from that? And it just
Mhm.
the people will make up their own narratives about shit that doesn't make that there's nothing.
Yeah. I think it also causes a lot. The majority, the vast majority of people to self censor unless they're only in text. If they're
Mm,
only in text and they can hide their identity behind a, whatever, an icon or something, they'll say all the things that they want to say. But if they're on camera and people can see their face, they definitely self censor.
oh
And
yeah.
it takes outliers. Like, I'm not really saying that I'm an outlier, but I don't have a problem saying what I think and what I feel on camera so that people can see and understand how I think and feel, about whatever. And I know you're the same way.
And we also invite y'all to come up here and debate if you want to.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Get in the comments. I'm not going to fucking read them, but he will. Um,
I would rather
yeah.
you come up here and we talk about it.
I mean, but that's the thing. Just because this is the thing that I have a problem with the internet.
Mhm.
It has turned into a, like, basically a witch hunt. Every day,
Yes.
people go on the internet looking for something to be furious about, and they want to crucify the person who said it. And it's insane to me that this happens in this day and age, in this civilization. Like, really, bro? Like, I could say something and you may not agree with it, but you don't have to fucking crucify me about it. We can have a
Exactly.
conversation about it. Maybe let's try that. Maybe try and figure out why I think the way I think instead of just canceling me or or just coming in the comments and just screaming at me like I'm some kind of fucking devil.
Right.
I mean, like, come on, bro. There's too many people, too many different outlooks on life, too many different ways of thinking, too many ways of life. I mean, you can't expect someone from like Ethiopia to think the same as someone in California.
Exactly.
You
But
just
that's what they
can't.
want you to do. They want you to think like the rest of the world. And we just gotten to the point, like again, going back to social media, like we look at everything and be like, oh, this happened in Paris. Oh, that's messed up. But guess what? Somebody in Paris like, no, this is regular life. This is what we
Well,
do over here.
do you remember in the UK when it was during I'm going to use the word that one of my guests used. She said Novid, but during Novid,
Ah, got you.
yeah, the people in the UK were getting scooped up out of their homes for making posts on the internet, on Facebook, on Twitter, on TikTok, or on fucking Instagram, just making a post saying how they feel, but they don't have the same rights about like freedom of speech rights that we have. So it's a
Right.
little bit different. But I think that should be an inalienable right to anyone in any part of the world.
But it's not.
And it's
Because
not.
look at Korea.
Yeah. Oh my
you
God.
there's no social media, damn near.
Yeah.
There's pretty much there's nothing.
Hmm.
You say and do what we tell you to fucking do.
Yeah. And this is the crazy thing. Have you like I've listened to a lot of like interviews and documentaries about that and stuff. But like if like when North Korea when their one of their leaders died, I can't remember his name, but this was a while back, but he died. And if you didn't cry hard enough, if you
Ah,
didn't show up,
yeah.
if you didn't
They make it.
show up to the funeral procession and if you weren't crying harder than anyone, oh, you'd go to jail.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, but you would never get out. And
Yep.
then your family, You would people would have people are in there so long that they're having families in there, they're having children in there, and then they die and their children continue their sentence.
Oh, whoa, for real?
Yes, for real.
Their
You need to
children
look up.
continues their sentence. No, I believe, trust me, I because
There's a girl that escaped. Her name is Yomi Park. I cannot tell you how to spell it. I think it's Yaomi and then Park. She's this little frail little thing, and that's everyone though. And she talks about like trying to eat food and how there would she would be going to the they would all be going to like the water the where the watering hole where they
hmm
would wash their clothes and stuff like that and try to clean themselves and find food near the water and stuff. So like where everybody's doing their laundry and washing their ass, they're trying to get food out of there. But there'd be like she said she stepped over kids, dead bodies. Just they would just die of starvation
it's
and
crazy.
dehydration. But I mean, and that's what I'm saying though, man. Like,
Shit, I watched Nick Shirley on another on this podcast, and he went over to Cuba.
was it Sean Ryan?
No, it wasn't Sean Ryan. It was oh my God, I'm looking right at him. He from like Iran or some shit like that. He
Okay.
came here when he was younger, but he's damn, I can't remember the podcast right now. But I'm looking right at him. He wears suit and all of that all the time. I can't remember his name right now. But he he was on that podcast, and he was sharing some of the video that he took. He was only in Cuba for 24 hours. He said he got there. They took all of his electronics. He said just so happened they let him keep his phone, and just so happened he had a microphone down at the bottom of his bag that they missed. So he used that little microphone that he had in his phone because they took his GoPros, they took all of his other
Yeah,
camera and
they
all of
know
that stuff.
him.
So he said they were so primitive. They're still so primitive that they were writing everything down. He said he didn't see not one computer in there. They wrote everything down. He said when they wrote everything down, it was like on a receipt paper,
Hmm.
right? He said, and if he showed the videos, that a five-star general came to come see him at the hotel. They also had other people following them
Oh
because
yeah,
he's going around and asking the people like, "Hey, what's going on in Cuba? This and the third. Is it really, a dictatorship? Is it whatever the case may
yeah.
be? All this other stuff is
You don't even have
communism,
to
or
ask
whatever
that
the case may
question.
be."
It is a dictatorship.
But
It's
look, there was certain people that you could tell. He was like, you could tell they were terrified. He was like, no, it's not that. It's not that. And then there was certain people I was like, it is, but I can't say too much. You get what
right.
I'm saying? Like I'm
Yeah.
terrified. Like I gotta live here. And he said the buildings and everything, because he showed pictures that he took. The
Yeah.
buildings are so beautiful, but they're so dilapidated. He said you could tell what it was back in the 50s before everything,
Did you know like all their cars? They don't have new cars.
no new cars, he said.
They're
That's
all from
exactly what
like
he
the
said.
50s and 60s, and they
Yes.
make their own parts. They smith their own parts and make them out of metal and metallurgy and stuff,
Yes.
and they make their own parts for replacements and stuff like that. They can't buy them. They
That's
can't
they
buy.
still living in the
Mhm.
50s.
Yep.
Imagine that. They're 50 years behind. I said 50 years.
It's all right. I'm not good at math either.
All right, whatever. How many years behind? They
Yeah.
over they well shit. If my mother was born in yeah, they over 50 years. Over 50 years.
Probably 75 years.
Yeah. That's insane. They're
Yeah.
70 years behind or plus.
Hmm.
Craziness, man. And it's
That's
and
why you
and
think
we
all those
think that we're
people.
behind over here.
Do you remember when those people cobbled together flotation devices and
Yep.
floated here from Cuba?
Yeah.
That was a big deal. I was a
Yep.
little kid
Elian
when that happened.
Gonzalez or whatever his name was.
I Elian Gonzalez,
Remember,
maybe.
remember the little kid back in the day?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I
That
remember
floated
that, but
on.
I didn't know that was the same part of that. But I just know that there was a big deal, and they showed it on the news. There was like a wave of just people floating on tires and any refrigerator doors, anything they could, and to get here. And when I was a young man, I met a girl who her dad was part of that. He
Mm.
came here, he got asylum, he got citizenship, and then after he waited, he got a good job, he got saved up money, got an apartment, got his shit together, saved up more money, brought his daughter over here. Of course, I was the first asshole she met here. Poor
Stupid.
thing. She learned about Americans real quick. Anyways,
Ah,
yeah. No, I mean, but it's just crazy to that's why those people did all that. They risked being eaten
literally.
alive by fucking sharks and God knows what else, or drowning or starving to death. I mean, yeah, it's only 90 miles. Did you know that?
Yeah, 90 miles of vast ocean with every fucking thing that would eat you alive. And not only
100%.
the not only will eat you alive, the ocean itself will eat you alive.
Super
The
dangerous.
sun, the everything. You have no water, you have no
Yeah.
food, you have no proper bathroom, you have nothing. And you're just floating into the abyss and not even knowing if you're ever gonna reach fucking land or not. Or if you're gonna reach the proper land. Because guess what? It might sweep you back to the other side of Cuba.
Yeah. Don't get caught doing that. Yeah, but I
You know what
mean,
I'm saying?
yeah, no, I mean, that's crazy though. And we've talked about this before on this podcast, but it's like when I hear people say, that America's a fucked up place, or they hate America and they wish, just because, mainly because Trump's our president.
Hmm.
Um, but to deny the fact that this is a pretty fucking awesome place to live, you're a fucking liar. You're a bullshit artist. Okay?
Because they've
Because
never been anywhere.
you've
They're not
obviously,
cultured.
yeah, obviously they've never been anywhere. Like, seriously, like, just go anywhere. Go to Canada. People think Canada is such a lovely fucking place.
Go to Mexico.
Yeah, well, people, I knew people that during Trump's first election, I had these friends that were like, I'm moving. They already paid for place in Mexico because it's cheap. They
Yeah.
said I can afford both, and I'm gonna take off and go there, and I'm gonna stay there for 4 years, and then I'm gonna come back or whatever. I'm like, okay, but why? Why? We've had fucked up. I mean, fucking Bill Clinton was fucking girls in the Oval Office with a cigar and getting blowjobs.
Right. Right.
Like, for serious, like Bush was trying to blow up everybody, anybody that was near a fucking towel. It was like, bomb them, fuck
Hmm.
it. I mean, and but Orange Man bad. I don't. He may be. He fucking very well may be.
But there's worse.
But there's always
There's
somebody worse
worse.
out there. And
There's
not only,
complete
yeah,
worse.
and not only that, but Jesus Christ, could you imagine the shit pit we would be in if that other one got into office?
Oh, I know. Hey,
That woman couldn't
somebody
even
put that
put
in the
together
comment
a
the other
full
day.
sentence.
Somebody put that in the comments the other day. They was like, "Man, we almost had a woman president. Ain't this a bitch?"
Oh, I don't care about having a woman for president. I don't give a fuck about that.
Oh
My
man.
biggest qualm was it was her.
Yeah.
First of all, nobody voted for her in a primary.
Nope. She was just
And
thrown in there.
yeah, and then the word salad took me the fuck out. I mean, she could have been the smartest person in the world, but just had a hard time in front of cameras. I'm sorry. No, no,
Then guess what? You don't need to be in that position. You have to
no.
have the total package.
You
You
got to know
have
how
to
to.
have the total package. You
If
have to know
you
how to speak, deliberate, all of that stuff.
exactly, and all I kept thinking about is if that was our commander in chief, and then has to go over to Russia and talk to Vladimir fucking Putin. Okay.
Look at what we
This
saw. And I
motherfucker was
keep,
special forces, Russian special
come
forces.
on.
He was KGB. He has killed human beings,
Facts.
many probably.
Yeah. You can see it in his face. That man
Yeah.
has no remorse for nothing.
No, and he can kill you with his bare hands.
Facts.
But
Look what he
this
did to
lady,
Ukraine.
but you're going to send this lady to go do peace talks with this guy? Oh my God. I don't think
Did you
she'd make it
look
back.
at what we saw with the Ukrainian president and
Zelensky.
uh when he came here and was talking to the president and the vice president on camera. The way they were speaking to each other. Behind closed doors, I'm sure it's even worse. So you tell you there's no way I would have saw her in that element and would have been able to stand her own.
No,
There's no way.
no, we'd have
There's
been
no way.
fucked. They would have been like, drop the bums. It's fuck them. They're all
Yeah.
fucking weak.
Because they all got emotional at that point, but you could see that it was to the point where it's like, okay, we're getting emotional, but just know we're gonna tell you the truth. Motherfucker, you can't do shit right now. So shut the fuck up. All right.
Yeah, we needed someone that, and I heard someone say, I can't remember who it was, but they were saying that um, some of these world leaders are scared of Trump.
Hmm.
He's not a menacing guy. I mean, he's fucking tall. He's a big guy, but he's not like super strong or anything. You know, he's
No,
not
hell
like
no. Nobody know Trump is no damn gangster. Trump
no.
got money. That's what make him a gangster because he
I
could
was
use
just
his
gonna say,
money.
but that can be way more powerful
Oh
than
yeah, yeah,
being
yeah, yeah, yeah,
because you can be the
yeah.
strongest person in the world, but I'm gonna put you down with one bullet, bro.
It
Like,
costs money to war.
yeah.
No matter if it's at the small level or the international level,
Hmm.
it costs money to war.
Yeah.
Whether it's hiring somebody or you're gonna go get your own weapons or your own
But
bullets or your whatever, you know what I'm saying?
it's not all just about war. See, the thing that I think that motherfucker has a plan. Okay. And he in his life, and I think we talked about this last week. I can't remember, but he's been through bankruptcy so much. He knows fucking the low points of business. He knows the high points of business. And I can tell you, he's not anyone who owns a corporation like that and is that fucking well off does not put up with bullshit.
No,
They
absolutely
don't put
not.
up with bullshit.
Absolutely not.
And not only that, but I feel like they've all had a rapport with him prior. And I'm not saying he was colluding. That's such a bullshit thing. They made that term up, collusion. But
He was a celebrity
yeah.
before he was a politician.
Where do
We
you
knew
think
him
those
from,
motherfuckers stayed when they would come into the United States?
of
They stay at the
course,
fucking Trump Towers.
of course. There's so many rap songs that got Trump naming and everything. You get what I'm saying? Like Trump was a part before we knew who he is or what he was or whatever the case may be. Everybody wanted to either be like him, visit whatever the case may be. I got from I when I first went not first went when I went to Atlantic City one time, I got photos of the Trump Tower, me standing in front of the Trump
Yeah.
Tower and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You just like, oh shit,
Mhm.
it's Trump, it's the Trump Tower, because you just equate him with money, you equate him with fame, you equate him. You know what I'm saying? That's what you didn't equate him with racism or
Mhm.
bigotry or anything like that. You didn't equate him to any of that. You didn't equate him to his political standpoint because we never heard it.
Well, what's
We
crazy?
never
Did
heard
you
it.
ever see that View clip?
No.
There's a clip. He went on the View
Mhm.
before he became president the first time,
Mm.
and he wasn't even talking about it. Okay, but Joy Bay, all of them, Whoopi Goldberg, all of them hugged
Loved them.
him, loved him. They opened their arms and gave him, their open embrace or whatever. He sat there and he had a cordial conversation with all of them. And they even asked him, "Are you going to run?" They were excited, but at that point he was a Democrat,
Yeah, yeah.
and he was a registered Democrat.
Now
And
he the biggest op to them.
well, that's a whole nother story because the role reversal is very real. Democrats used to be what the Republican Party is right now, and the
Yeah.
Republican Party used to be the other way. So I mean, it's weird. This fucking and again, this is why I think it's dumb to have a two-party system. I think it's fucking dumb. You should be able to think whatever you want, and by God, not lose your family and friends because you think a certain way.
Facts.
That's
Big
the,
facts.
but if you decide that because I feel a certain way and you don't want to speak to me no more, well, that's just one more person I can add to my Dunbar
There
number.
you go. There you go. I agree with you a totally 100% because if I'm not doing anything to necessarily harm you or put
Right.
you in harm's way, then what's the issue? You get what I'm saying? Like there's certain things I believe. Like there's
Yeah.
certain like I was raised to a woman a woman hit you, my mother told you hit her back because she thinks she a man. But
Yeah.
but in my mind, but also I think as well like I know I could beat the brakes off you, so I'd rather not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
there was
it's like you
was
know.
it you that sent me a video or was it I don't might have been just something I seen when I was on break one day, but there was this I think she was a black lady, but she was on this podcast and she was talking about she said women don't act right because we men don't hit them no more.
Hmm.
You see it? Did you see it? Did you see the
Yeah.
video?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, and they were like the it was a guy and a girl host of the show, and they were like, "The fuck did you mean?" And they were like, she just basically was just saying not she doesn't want women to be hit by men,
Abused.
abused, but they need to like women need to remember and and this goes to into a lot of different. There's a lot of little plinko slots that it can fall into, and things that it can spread out to. But they need to understand that the majority of men could fuck you up,
Yes.
and
With no problems.
with no problems. So you out here running your mouth, you know. I saw a video today of this girl. I don't. All I saw, it was out of context. She was at the gate, and it was at a boxing studio, and she was locked out of the gate, and she's just hollering mad shit. And I think she hit this guy or something like that. So there was a female, big old burly, you know, boulder, definitely a super driver. She was big old lady, and she said, "Come on in, come on in. You want to hit men? I'm gonna teach you some shit about how strong you are. You want to hit men?" She said, "I'm a fucking," and she put some gloves on her, put a helmet on her, and said, "Let's go." Immediately knocked her down on the ground, and then went to beating the fucking shit out of her. She said, "You want to hit fucking men? You want to hit fucking men? You want to hit fucking?" And she just kept saying it over and over. I was like, Jesus, I think she gets the point.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that we need to hit women. I'm not. I
No,
don't.
that's not the
I've
point,
never
y'all.
hit a woman in my life
It's
unless
not
they
the
ask
point.
me to.
Not the point we're making.
No, but like I will tell you that I've dated women that have almost got their mouth almost got me into an
Yep.
altercation in which I did not want to be in.
Same here. Most men have.
And like,
And
what the
and
fuck?
and most men either did get into that altercation or they had to reprimand her right then on the spot. And I've done that before.
Or
I've definitely
walk
had
the
to
fuck
reprimand them
away, because
or
that's what
walk
I did.
away.
I just went,
I did do
"Hey,
both.
she's yours, dog. I'm out of here."
I did both. I literally looked at them. I said, "Oh, you want to do that? Okay, cool." And I walked up. "Oh, you gonna walk?" "I sure am." And I'm a
Yeah,
speed walk away from your
I
ass
don't need
because
your
now you're
shit.
putting me in a position where I have to do something dangerous, and it's uncalled for. If
Yeah,
if it's if it's if it's a way that you could walk away from some shit, why not? I don't wake up every day. I know for a fact, and please y'all, when I say this, if y'all ever clip this up, anything like this, I know for a fact I'm a dangerous person. I can do some shit to some people, yo. I swear to God, and I've done some shit to some people that I'm even not proud of, or I had to do what I had to do at that time, right?
yeah,
However, I know me doing that is going to make me look like a maniac. So I
yeah,
choose not to. And as I get older, I'm more proud of myself every day because I'm saying, damn, you really let that go. And they think that you was a bitch. And I'm cool with that now. They think I'm a bitch.
yeah. I'll take the
And I'm
bit.
cool with that because guess what? I don't have to see you again. Now, if I
Yeah.
see you on a regular basis and you keep trying to treat me or put me in a position where you trying to put me in this where you trying to bitch me, now I'm gonna have to ravage you because I have to show you now because we're in a situation where we see each other every day. But if I never have to see you again, so what? You got it. You got it, bro. You got it, ma'am. You got it. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Okay.
want no issues. You the gangster. You right. You got it. You know what I'm saying? I'm proficient with my hands. I'm proficient with my finger trigger. I know how to kick. I know how to bite. I know how to do all of that. But I don't want to because first and foremost, my damn bronchitis and asthma gonna start fucking with me afterwards. My fist gonna swell up to the top of the earth because for some reason I always get my fist always swell up after I fight. I feel like going through all of that. I feel like I had to after the fact. Now I'm hurting my damn self because I had to beat the brakes off of you and break. I almost broke my hand one time doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sitting here just pummeling somebody. I don't want to do that. That's the younger me. That is the person that did not know how to control themselves, did not know how to regulate their emotions and all of that. And when you get older, it's like that's the flex. I know how to regulate my emotions and my anger and all of that to let whatever around me go. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's my flex now.
I'm gonna pull this up. I want to show you this video. It's
And
fucking hilarious.
and why he doing that? And people, if y'all out here and there's people that come up to you and they be ignorant and all that, sometimes you do got to put them in a place. But you could find a way. I seen a video, road rage video. Dude was on a motorcycle. Lady was in the car. She pulled up on the side of him. She rolled her window down. "Motherfucker, you ain't see me, blah, 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 whatever." And he looked at her. He said, "Sweetheart, why you so mad?" And she said, "What?" He got off his bike, went closer to the car. He said, "Ma'am, why you so mad? It's okay. I know I just the guy back the person he said it's okay. Put his hand in the car and shook her hand and said it's okay, man. I know I'm so sorry. She forgot to put. She said, "You want a Chipotle card?" He said, "No, no, I'm good. I'm about to go to Chipotle in a second. It's okay. This, that, the third." He took the car. He could have easily cursed out like, "Bitch, fuck you," and da 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 da. Kicked the car, drove off on the bike, everything. But he literally just looked at that woman and said, "Why are you so mad? It's okay." And she didn't
Yeah.
know how to react. She was literally like, huh? Uh, wait. You have to learn how to diffuse and not sometimes diffusing is literally just looking at them and say, it's okay. It's all right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm learning that over time to just be like, you got it, bro. You got it, sis. It's okay.
I'm sharing this now.
Mhm.
Can you see this?
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, let me unmute it.
Sean Connery. I was trying to do his voice.
First thing to slap a woman now and then. As I remember, you said you don't do it with a clenched fist. It's better to do it with an open hand. Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I didn't love that.
I haven't changed my opinion.
You haven't?
No, not at all.
You think it's good to slap a woman?
No, I don't think it's good. I
think it's bad,
I don't think it's that bad. I think that it depends entirely on the circumstances and if it merits it. Yeah.
What would merit it?
Well, if you have tried everything else, and women are pretty good at this, they can't leave it alone. They want to have the last word, and you give them the last word, but they're not happy with the last word. They want to say it again, and get into a really provocative situation. Then I think it's absolutely right.
To give her a good slap.
Yeah, absolutely.
What if she gives you a good slap back?
Well, then you get into another area. I mean, then maybe she's getting to like it, and then it becomes something else.
In which you said,
I love it. I love it.
And
Yeah, Barbara Walters act like she don't know what's up.
yeah.
She
I thought
tried to
he
act like
said
she don't
something.
know
I
what's
thought he
up.
was like, sometimes you just got to give them a smack. You know? I mean,
Rest in peace, Sean
he's
Connery.
got a point. It's not good, but it's like, and to his point, that he's just talking about having a conversation or like an argument. or whatever.
Yeah.
What you're talking about is something completely different. Like you're talking
Yeah.
about if a woman hits you, like
Yeah.
I will let shit fly. I won't. You can yell at me, you can scream at me, you can get in my face, you can put your finger in my face, you can do anything you want as far as that is related. But the minute you fucking touch me,
Yeah.
I'm gonna touch you back.
Facts.
What was that song? Hit me and I'll hit you back.
You
Slap me and I'll slap you back.
facts. Like especially from a woman. Like a woman saying certain things to me, I'm gonna look at you and be like, you cool, you okay. Especially at this age of 40, I just look at you and be like, especially if I'm dating you or I'm in a relationship with you. Oh, now you just telling me, you just letting me know who you are. That's
Yeah.
all. I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you. I know for a fact now you don't fuck with me like that, or you're disrespectful, whatever the case may be. So now I know that. So now I just treat you accordingly. That's it. You know what I mean? Before, because we talked about this on the podcast, and I'm not arguing with you. Not at this point in my life. It's not even a thing. What am I arguing with you for? You already have your mind made up. You already thought what you think, this, that, and the third. And I know for a fact there's nothing that's gonna change it. So why would I argue with you? Just don't disrespect me and we'll be good. We'll be good. And if you continue to disrespect me, then when I disrespect you, don't cry wolf. You get what I'm saying? Don't run around here and act like the big bad wolf just came in and puffed and blew your house down. No, you burnt that shit down. You know what I mean? Because with your antics. So that's just with anybody, male, female. Especially with males. I'm definitely not arguing with no male. Hell
Hey
no.
man, let's make America great again and smack a bitch. I'm joking, ladies.
Smack 'em, grab out a
fucking
pussy.
joking. Yeah, grab by the pussy. Sometimes they like it.
I'm so mad that man got fired for that.
What man?
The reporter, when he was talking to Trump and the mics happened to be on, and they reported that. It wasn't even like the camera was on. They were in the bus. The camera was outside. The mics were still mic'd up. Whoever the audio person was, or the producer, whatever the case may be, decided to put that shit out and got that man fired. I forgot that whole, he was a part of like ABC or whatever the case may be forever.
Yeah.
Entertainment Tonight, whatever it was. He was a part of them forever. You know what I'm saying? And just because he was joking with Trump or Trump joked with him about they fired that man. Like we don't, you know, he went out and grabbed out a pussy on purpose.
I've
Are you
never grabbed
serious?
a woman by the pussy.
God, that shit. You ain't never had sex then. Fuck that. Grab him
I
by the whole
mean,
pussy.
that's what. Hold on, no.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
a different story. If I'm about to have coitus, I'm, of course,
That's what I'm saying. So you
I'm
don't
like
even
a
know the
bowling ball, dog.
context. You don't even know
Fucking
the
Spider Man.
context of what he was saying that. You just took that part. Oh, sometimes you gotta grab. And guess what? A joke is a fucking joke. You know how many comedians out here say worse shit than that?
Oh
One
yeah.
of one of my used to be favorite comedians because he been fucking off. But Corey Holcomb said a joke about abortion one time. Like, and I told it on the podcast. I ain't gonna tell it again. But he told that joke, and I was just like, that is the most despicable, funniest joke I've ever heard in my fucking life. This shit is the worst joke, but it's the best joke I've ever heard in my life. I'm crying laughing at this
Yeah.
shit.
A well crafted joke can be very funny and very,
Yes.
to some people, offensive. And I think that's okay. You know, it's
Right.
okay
It's
for
not gonna be
people to
funny to
be offended.
everybody.
Yeah. Some people are going to be offended, but not everybody needs to hear your fucking opinion. You
Facts.
know, like Jesus Christ. Back to to the internet and what we were saying about everybody has access to everything all the time, and everybody has access to to speak their mind, which
Yeah.
I'm happy about. All I'm saying is, ladies and gentlemen, maybe you ought to think before you upload that video.
True.
You know, do I really think that me setting up a camera and crying is going to bring me a lot of love? Maybe
Right.
from some people,
Right.
but all you're going to get is more hate. You know, and if that's what you're out for and that's what you want, then you're going to get that. And you should be ready to accept it. You know, and it's this weird dichotomy of people that can dish shit out but can't take it.
Oh my God. I told you I had that when I was talking to you yesterday. I had a girl, I commented and I told a joke on the comments, and the girl came back and said, your mother should have swallowed you. I said, your father should have rubbed you in the carpet. And she came back and said, I'm tired of you bitches, you bitch ass Negroes coming on my comments and making comments. I said, dumbass, then turn them off.
Yeah.
You
Or
have the
stop
you have
posting
you
shit.
have the option of turning your fucking comments off, dumb bitch.
Just stop posting shit. This is what I'm saying though. You post something and then people have free will to get in your
Yes.
comments. And you knowing this, still post a thing. And
You
then
have a close friends. If you don't want the world to see it, post it in your fucking close friends, dummy.
Yeah.
If you don't want the world to see it, you can literally pick and choose who can see your content. There's certain things that I post, let's say on Facebook, there's certain things I post and make it public, and then there's certain things I post for only my friends and families to see.
Everything's
Literally,
public.
everything's public, and then you get mad when
I
somebody
post
comments.
everything public.
Long as if it's funny, because I laughed at it when she first said, because I thought I laughed at it. I liked it. I literally liked what she said, your mother should have swallowed you. And I said, your father should have rubbed you in the carpet. I thought we
I
was
would
just
have
joking.
said I would have said shot you in a sock, but you know, whatever.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't think she was gonna get the connotation. So I didn't say. I was literally gonna say sock. I swear to. It's so funny. Me and you think alike, but I'm like, you think I'm not gonna come? You think you're just gonna say some shit like that? I literally said a joke, and it wasn't disrespectful. It was she had no titties, and she was shaking her titties to a song that said "Shake Your Titties," and her friends came in the video with actual titties, shaking their titties, and my comment was, "Oh, her friend saved her," and it was a joke.
First of
Everybody else
all,
said it in the
okay.
comments, but
So now I have to comment on this. First of all, okay, think about the content you just made.
come
Not
on.
you, but her.
No, I know. I'm listening.
You are literally shaking your titties
That you don't have.
on a camera that you don't have, even if you did, regardless of whether you have them or not. You filmed yourself doing this. You had your two friends that have large things, and they came up and started doing it. And everybody, all of you, thought that it was a good idea to post that.
Yep.
And that everyone's just going to be like sending rainbow bright messages and ponies and love and hearts.
Mm-hmm.
And that listen, if you were tired of men coming in your comment section, like you said, turn the fucking comments off or don't fucking
Don't
post it.
post the shit. or
Simple,
post it in your
simple as that.
close friends.
Or just
Or,
send it to your
or
group chat.
exactly. I have so much footage in my phone. Like even this old phone right here. This phone, I have so much footage from behind the scenes, whatever the case may be, different things I done did over the years, all this stuff like that. And I haven't never posted. And I'm just going to the phone sometimes I look at it. Every once in a while, I might post something 5 years from now. Just like you, I remember you asked me, it's like, oh damn, what about those stories you was telling? I was like, shit, them stories like hella years old from the stories itself, but I did those videos 3 4 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just said, fuck it, let me re-upload it today and revamp it and just make it in 9:16 this time instead of putting it on YouTube and just chop it up. That's all I did.
Yep.
But people don't know that because they think it's some brand new shit. And I'm just like, nah, this is a funny story. And guess what? When you go in my comments, because I know the story is wild, I know I'm gonna get either a wild comment or they're gonna laugh at it.
Yeah.
Luckily, most people laughed at the shit and was like,
Yeah.
boy, you crazy. But I know for a fact there's gonna be somebody that's gonna either disagree with him and say, blase, blase. Just like there was another chick that I posted something about the location thing or whatever case may be. This chick arguing me down, and she literally left me a whole dissertation in my in my comments. And I looked at that shit, and I looked at the first. I said, "Bitch, I'm not reading this shit."
TLDR. Too long to not read.
I said, "I'm not reading this shit," and I really don't, you're not changing my
Bomba
mind
clot.
on it. What a bomba clot y'all think? You think y'all gonna change my mind?
Pussy clot.
You can't, you're not changing my mind. I already said it and I left the comments open. Cool. You can have your opinion and I also not your comment. Just like I posted a video earlier, got 40,000, early yesterday. I posted the video, got 45,000 views in fucking like few hours. I had no idea this shit was gonna get that much. It's hella people commenting. I'm just watching the comments. I'm not even commenting back. I might hit a like or two on one of it, but I'm just watching the comments. I'm not commenting back to all of you motherfuckers because the only reason I did it the first time when I was first building the channel is because I was trying to build the channel. I'm not the channel, the page. Now I'm just letting y'all comment. I just read the comments like, oh, this wild, this wild, this wild. Oh, this is funny. Like that one. You know what I'm saying? I just let you. I don't really care. I'm just posting this shit because I thought this is content, it's funny content. I would rather be on the screen like I was before and do it, but I just don't have the time to sit here and edit everything. I could just do what I need to do, post this video, and people go watch some content. You get what I'm saying?
Right,
My brother asked me the other day, oh, why you post so much negative shit? I said, you clearly didn't see the puppy. You clearly didn't see the other dog. You clearly didn't see the lady and the whatever. You clearly didn't see all of the good shit. First and
Yeah,
foremost,
but
you
the
saw the
answer-
negative because the negative is what stands out to most people.
That part. That's what people go on the fucking internet looking for. They're
not going on here for sweet sob stories.
If I come across a puppy video, I get excited. You know, but I can tell you, I look the opposite way. So when I see anything about politics, religion, even these women advocates for men, have you seen these? Like there's a couple that pop up on my screen all the time that they're always like kind of advocating for men. And I think that's great. Thank you, ladies. However,
some of the panders.
Yeah, we can speak for ourselves. But I do appreciate you woman-splaining to women, because if we do it, we're mansplaining, and then that's
right.
toxic, and you know we're our toxic masculinity is showing. It's not toxic masculinity; it's just masculinity, and you don't like it.
Yeah, because your daddy wasn't in your life,
so
and your mom didn't show you how to
toxic.
deal with a man.
Right, and now
your mom
I'm
never
toxic.
showed you how to deal with a man, and your daddy wasn't in your life to show you, and your mom talk shit about your dad in front of you.
Yeah,
that's what happened.
But guess what?
That's what happened.
It's a message for the ladies. I'm going to tell you that like men have crazy ass conversations with each other that you would probably fucking freak the shit out about.
Tell me about it.
Like,
tell me about it.
Yeah, well, a lot of men, and you know this. I mean, we've sat in my truck offline and talked about things that we'll probably never tell anyone.
Nope.
And that's because we know if we tell any woman in our life, unless it's like our kids, you know, our daughters, we're going to get judged hard.
Yep.
To the point where you may leave, you know, and we don't want that, you know, and it's just like, so we have to, and I think we've talked about this too before. I know I have with someone else, or it might have been you, but like, there's this weird, like, talk about dichotomy, but there's this weird push and pull. Women want a manly man.
Yeah.
They want a strong man. They want somebody who is strong and strong-willed, and they want someone who's take charge, a good leader. Okay, but then when they get that man, they
Try to change him
they
into something totally different.
water that motherfucker down into the pussiest man in the world, and they zap up all their fucking testosterone and make them this little fucking soy boy, and then eventually they don't like that person because
Yep.
that's not who they fell in love with.
Yep.
And
But they
now,
wanted to change them into who they wanted to change them to, and they don't like the
right,
version that they changed them into.
exactly. And now they seen somebody else they found that
Mm-hmm.
is that attractive, manly vibe. That's like, oh, that guy's strong. He's strong-willed. He's going to be a good leader. Not like this little pussy bitch. And I can
Facts.
promise you, I've been in that situation. I have been that. I spent 22 years of my life being that. Okay. I turned into a whole different person. And it was not out of, I did it out of love. I changed my whole persona. I changed, I'm like who I am. I gave up this, I gave up that, but I gained so much more.
Yeah.
I gained two beautiful children. I gained a, occasionally loving wife. I, and
Occasionally love.
yeah, I mean, and that's the truth, man. I mean, it was
Nah, trust
occasional.
me. I know.
Yeah, it wasn't
I ain't
even.
never been married, but I know what you mean by that.
And who was it?
The
Was it
conditional love.
Yeah, was it Chris Rock that said, yeah, I think it was Chris Rock. He said, women, babies, and puppy dogs are the
Yep.
only people in the world that get unconditional love.
Facts. That's a complete fact.
Men will never feel that.
Yep.
And that
That's why I love my friend
stuck with
group.
me.
I love my friend group because we talk about the most deepest shit, bro. Like, I'm not gonna say exactly, but I had one of my friends call me. He just thought like, and he never, not never, but he never usually called me just to vent. And he apologized. I was like, what the fuck you apologizing for? Why would you apologize to me because you calling me to vent? That's what you're supposed to do. I want you supposed to call me, and we supposed to, what I'm saying. Even if I don't have anything to rebuttal,
Mhm.
you need to get it out because you couldn't get it out in your home. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? To the person who actually is fucking doing the shit, or whatever the case
Supposed to
may
be your
be.
partner.
You know what I'm saying? So yes, you're supposed to call me and get this out. You're supposed to. I'm supposed to be here to be ear, or whatever the case may be, and hopefully, we get through this by the end of this phone call or FaceTime, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? And I love my friend group that we're able to be vulnerable with each other without saying, "Oh, you're a bitch." You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you're humans and we're
Yeah.
going through shit and we don't have no other outlet to fucking, because if we go on social media and say we're a bitch, if we go to our woman, we's a bitch. If we go to our, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, thank God you have a friend or friends that you could go to and say, yo, I don't feel good, bro. Like, I feel like a fucking failure. I feel like a this. I feel like a boo. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't go to other people, especially to women with your feelings.
Yeah.
You got to go with logics and this, that, and even logics get fucking thrown out the goddamn window half the damn time. So just imagine your feelings, and then you to go to this person and say, I am fearful of whatever, and they look at you like, you're fearful. Ugh, that's a turnoff. No, I'm human.
It gives them the ick.
See, the issue is if I'm fearful and I don't do anything about that fear, that's the issue. If I don't keep going steadfast and going head
Through the
first
fear.
and through the fear, that's the issue. Is
Yeah.
if I don't know how to work through that or work around it. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
when you should look at me and be like, okay, yeah, he's not my leader. He's not the person that I want to be around because he doesn't know how to get through the hard times or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
I consider myself a resilient person. People look at me every day and be like, "Oh yeah, I ain't got shit."
Yeah. Real courage comes from fear. It comes from, like you
Facts,
said, it comes from knowing that you're afraid and doing the thing anyway. That's
yep,
courage. And
facts. Oh, you said that right.
if you are a woman and have a man that is afraid to walk through that fire, but they fucking do it anyways, you better fucking hold on to that motherfucker.
Yeah,
'Cause he
yeah,
will walk. That son of a bitch will walk through a fire and pull you out. But if you treat that dude like he's a fucking second rate
he'll
citizen,
watch you burn.
he will. Yeah, it's not going
Matter
to
of
be
fact, he won't
good.
even watch you. He'll turn his back.
That part.
Turn his back, and and don't act like he don't hear you screaming. You get what I'm saying? Because you already didn't show him who you are. You already didn't show him. Like I know for a fact all of the men that I'm around are are protective of the women. Whether they as dangerous as the next, that's another story. But they are protective of the women around them.
Right.
And again, we go back to what we were saying earlier. Most women are not protective of the men around them. And we're not talking about physically. We're talking about just putting a man in harm's way to where they do have to react or whatever the case may be to the actual woman or to the situation that the woman put them in. I seen a video. There's a guy. He's in prison. I mean, not prison. He's in jail right now. He killed two brothers. And it so happened that the brothers, they were born on the same day, 5 years apart, right? And they died the same day because the dude, I'm sorry, the brothers that died, their sister called them to come over there because the boyfriend and her got into a domestic. They come over there thinking they're going to tussle with the boy. He ain't tussle with them. He tussled with them for one of them for a second, went, got his gun and killed both of their ass. Now she's running down the hallway with the brother's blood all over her because she called her brothers over there instead of calling the fucking police. And you know what she was doing when she was running down the street? I mean, running down the hallway?
Probably talking shit.
Call the police. Call the police. You should have did that before you brung your fucking brothers there. I told you. I don't know if I told the story on what you call it. I'm not gonna go right into it. I didn't had that situation to me happen with me and my brother and his homeboy. Both of my brother was on probation and parole, and his homeboy was on probation and parole. And we done chopped the motherfucker up because he's alive. So, okay, he's not dead when I say we chopped him up. But we done chopped this motherfucker up, chased him down with a car and some more shit, right? And you went back and had a baby with that motherfucker after we did that. You could have sent my brother and his homeboy back to fucking prison. You could have sent me to prison. And you went right back to that motherfucker and got pregnant by him. You get what I'm saying?
Could have sent you to the grave.
They could have sent me to the grave because he could have had a gun on him. Because all we had was a knife. There was knives. You get what I'm saying? He could have had a gun on him and could have shot all three of us, just like homeboy shot them brothers.
Yeah.
So now, I made this post not too long ago. I do not involve myself in nobody's domestic issues. I don't give a fuck if it ain't my mother or my grandmother. Because I know for a fact they're not putting themselves. My mother been single forever, so I know she ain't putting herself in them situations. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If it ain't my grandmother, I'm not coming to nobody's aid. And I know my mother's not going to put me in that situation. My grandmother been single for damn near 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She ain't been with a man in 30 years. So
run from the drama, bro.
So but there's no way I'm going. If you call me with that, I'm calling the police. All right, what you say? He did what? All right, I'm going to call the police. Where you live at? You know what I'm saying? What's the address? All right, I'm going to call the police. That's it. And then I pull up when the police pull up because I'm not putting myself in that situation.
Don't.
Because I'm in prison. He's dead. You out here fucking on somebody else.
Yep.
That's probably gonna do the same shit. And ain't nobody out here to protect you from that.
To your point, it's like it's not even just about not putting a dude in harm's way. It's about being a real partner. And being you know, a lot of women talk about not feeling safe around men, you know, hence the whole bear versus man thing. You know, but if you're in a relationship with a man, and he is your, you know, you want him to be strong and be a leader. That's cool. But you have to be his safe space.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like you need to be his confidant, his, you know, the one person in the world that he could tell anything to and not feel judged.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, people have watched the internet. We have watched video after video after video. And I say we, I mean a lot of it's women, you know, because there's a lot of women that do post things on the internet, you know, that are like pretty obvious that they might be the problem. You know, but other women see it and go, yep, he's a little bitch, blah blah blah. You know, and it's like, is he? Like, what kind of support
exactly
did he get? Like, I've never asked a woman for anything. You know, the whole, you know, what do you bring to the table thing? Like, if a woman ever asks me what I bring to the table, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
You know,
we're not even from that school.
No, like, what do you mean? What do I bring to the table? And then it's like, okay, well, what do you fucking bring to the table? I am the table.
Oh, so you just sit there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, cool. I guess other people will eat on you because I don't need a table. I have one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've never asked a woman for nothing. Okay, nothing. And I've always tried my hardest and strived. I've busted my ass, dude. I'm almost 50 years old. I've been working since I was 14, okay, or 15. And I have always worked very hard to move up, to get raises, to make as much money as I possibly can so I can make sure that I take care of that aspect
Facts.
for any woman that I've ever been with. And then not only that, but anything that needs to be taken care of outside the house, inside the house, things that break, things that don't, you know, whatever. I've always been that. And I've never asked for anything. All I've ever asked for, and I don't even ask for it, you know, I just kind of take it. But like if I want a hug, motherfucker, I'm coming to hug you.
Exactly. That's what you're here for. You're
You
f- you're
know,
you're,
if
you're
I
the feminine energy.
Yeah, I need to be, you know, I need to be consoled occasionally. You know,
Exactly.
after a long fucking 12-hour day at work, you know, manual fucking labor, you know, I know that a lot of women have jobs too, so I'm not taking any of that away. That should make you more empathetic
Absolutely.
to what I go through on a fucking daily basis and have for years. Okay? But instead, we get ridiculed, we get, you know, made fun of, we get cracked jokes upon, and you just take it on the chin because if you
But
don't, that's when you're a toxic male and you're an abuser, you're
yeah.
gaslighting, you're what is a narcissist.
Mm-hmm.
I know what
All
the
of
fuck.
the 6 years that because this ain't been forever, y'all. So I don't know some of y'all. It's within the last 6 years. All of these terms, all of these new I don't know how to even say it. All of these new um
I think you meant,
terms,
yeah,
everything, whatever the
terms is
case
the
may
right
be.
word.
They all this shit just came out within the last 6 years. None of this stuff was before Ovid. Before Ovid, none of this would happen because y'all got to sit down and be with the people for multiple months and really learn the people that you were really around. And some of them showed you who you really were.
And
Not
who
only
they
who they
were.
were, but they showed you who you really were, and you didn't like who you were
Yeah.
or are.
And I don't
So
want
now
this
you
to
present
be
that shit to the rest of the world.
I don't want this to be one of those things where women look at it like we're just
No, I'm
beating
on
you
that
know
spin. I'm
I'm
speaking of for
not.
both ends,
Yeah, yeah,
from male and
it goes
female.
both ways because there's
Yeah.
a lot of men that don't know how to be men
No,
in the
absolutely not.
world. They don't know how to be a leader. They don't know even what they want, but they get into these situations with women that they have no idea what they're doing. And so when they don't want to look stupid because then it
Yeah.
hurts their ego, but when they look stupid because they don't know what the fuck they're doing, they were never taught how to do these things by any adult male or maybe an adult female. So now they have all this anger. And then if the woman says a one fucking word, they fly off the fucking handle. And I can tell you,
Mm-hmm.
any dude that will hit a girl out of anger without being provoked, you know, like we talked a lot about hitting women. Like if they hit me, I'm hitting them back. But if I just walk in the house and you're like, and you say anything, and I
That's an
want to fucking
abuser.
smack you, that's an abuse.
That's an abuser.
And girl, you need to get the fuck out of there, straight up.
That's not a disciplinarian. That's an abuser. You get what
Right.
I'm
That
saying?
is not a leader. That is not
That's not a
someone.
leader.
No, that is not what you want. That's not
You
a
know,
cool, confident man. That's not someone who knows what being a man is. You know, that is, and
that's
that
insecure. That's an insecure person.
totally insecure.
Insecure. There's no way I wake up in the morning and think, oh, I'm gonna put my hands on my woman. Like
Right.
what?
Right.
That's the
Oh,
only time I want to put my hands on my woman is I put them on my coochie. That's the fuck. Or I'm
yeah.
touching her up. That's the only time I want to put my hands on my woman. You know what I mean? If you wake up like that, you's a bitch. You a bitch.
Yeah.
And I mean that. I say that with every minute of my balls in my chest. If you wake up and do that shit, there's no way. I've been living 40 years and I never just woke up and said I want to beat my woman
No.
ass. There's
I
never been a time.
absolutely not. I was raised by my mom and my two sisters, so three women. After I left that house, I got married, two daughters. Okay, I had a wife and two daughters. Now, the situation I'm living in, I've got a girlfriend my daughter and her daughter. So like I've always been surrounded by ladies, by women. Okay.
It was
I
the opposite for me.
I understand. Oh, I understand probably more about women than most men.
Mhm.
Okay. That doesn't stop me from being a retard. I mean, I am kind of a dumbass at times. I'm a little slow. Okay.
I don't think it's slow. I think we
Nah, I just do shit that's stupid. That's what I meant. But anyhow, just
yeah.
go ahead.
Nah, because I just think we a little we allow certain things because we know women are emotional. So
I
we
just try
allow
to be
certain things.
I just try to be funny with them, and most of the time they just think I'm being stupid. Which is mostly that's what it is. But anyway, but that's about the most that I'll do. But yeah, I like to play. I like to, I try to show my love for everybody that I've ever been around, and I know how to treat a lady. You know,
Not the host. The host don't get treated right. The host just get treated like hosts. There's different
I don't know,
categories,
man.
y'all.
I might even be tempted to treat a hoe with respect. I mean,
Yeah,
like a
nah,
lady.
man. Nah. See, okay, so this is the thing. I'm not treating you like a lady. I treat you with respect. In the sense of not, you know what I mean? Until you show me that hey, you don't need no respect.
General human respect.
Yeah, just general human respect. Because I've been around, most of the time the hoes is fun. The hoes is they like to play the game with you. They like to do all that shit. But guess what? They also like to do it with other people too. They would like to do it with the other dudes as well. It's not like it's just you. That's what make
Yeah.
it the hoes. Most of them they know how to entertain a male. So when they get around you, it seems so easy and it seems so cool and so fun until you find out, oh shit,
Bumper
her
clutch.
hoe facts is long as fuck.
Hoe
You know what I'm
fact.
saying?
Get your hoe
So
facts today, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, bro. Oh,
Mr. That's the fast talk.
yeah. May cause anal bleeding. Um,
So when you find that out, then you're like, oh shit, she was so fucking cool, but I didn't know she had a long hoe facts. And now you kind of in a conundrum because you're like, I really fuck with her, but she a hoe, and I can't deal with it because my ego, and not only my ego, I just don't want a hoe. You know what I mean? I don't want to walk outside and 10 dudes you could literally say they slept with you
yeah.
within the same vicinity, whatever the case may be. Like
Yeah, I
it's
have
a
looser.
difference. Yeah,
I'm a
it
little
got to.
looser with that.
Yeah, no, I'm just I, because I know how men are, and you're gonna and if a dude approaches us and we're in a public space and he think it's okay because he knows you a hoe, so he's gonna treat you like a hoe, even though I'm not treating you like a hoe. And this is just an example. I'm treating you as a lady, right? But he knows you a hoe. So he's gonna come over and disrespect me and not even act like I'm even, because guess what? I've seen it, not with me. I've seen it with other people, and I've also done it before too, where I walked up to a hoe that I know is a known hoe, and I act like he
General
ain't even
hoe
there.
behavior.
And I know and I act like he not even there because I'm like, bro, do you know what you got here? You know what I'm saying? She gonna do this with everybody. You're not special. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? She did it with me. She did it with Tommy. She did it with Bobby. She did it with everybody. So it's like, so to
Ricky and
me,
Mike.
you know what I mean? So for me, when I look at you, I'm looking at that. I don't want that to happen to me. That I know it could happen. They will walk up to you and be like, "Yo," and act like, or they look at you in your face and just start laughing at you. Like, now you're like, "God damn, I can't be around this chick, bro. I can't be around her. She's gonna make my stock go down because
You
everybody
gotta
like,
make you gotta
you
make
know what I
that
mean?
decision quick.
You got to make that decision quick. So it's a difference between a woman that's promiscuous and a woman that's a hoe. No, no, no,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. I said it the wrong way. There's a difference between a woman that likes to have sex and there's a woman that's promiscuous. I said it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Like you could like to have sex, but you like to have sex with your person, or you've had sex with multiple people, but it's not with everybody. You're just not easily gullible, and person could just come up to you and say anything to you, like, "Oh, you want to go play the video game? Cool." You know what I'm saying? It's just not like
I,
I don't know about you, but growing up, I could count on two hands, maybe even more, of chicks that in high school that was getting fucking G'd. I was a part of one of them fucking situations where I didn't even know what was about to happen. I'm at my homeboy house, Money and Tony, they brothers. The chick came for money. Money like, all right, Money and Tony like, let's leave out the house. It's me, Money, Tony, um, Clown. It's about six of us, about five of us in the house, about five or six of us in the house. We wind up walking with the girl. I don't know where the fuck we going. We walking past my house, but it's a vacant. not too far. So they like, oh, let's go to the vacant. I'm still not knowing what's going on. So we walk into the vacant. I'm like, what the fuck? What we about to do? He's like, oh yeah, Shorty won't let us crack. Wait, how many of us it is? It is? It's 6 of us. Not to mention, as we're walking up to the vacant, it's 2 more guys that walked up. They wind up going there and do it. And I'm just looking like, damn, is that easy? So for me, I've seen and been in situations. I got homeboys that told me, like, they called me like, man, we went over to Shorty house and I went over there just to hit. And I told her, like, let my homeboys hit. She's like, all right.
Yeah.
You hear what I'm saying? And it's a lot of that. It's this one chick that oh my God, this chick, yo, she was like the head monster. This chick gave head to so many people. And when I found out, and I'll never forget, and something told me not to do it because she kept saying, man, I wish I still had them letters. I lost that shit in storage back in the day. Man, I had them letters up to this day. And she wrote me letters upon letters, talk about some, yeah, she want to be with me, this and the third. Luckily, I just felt like this ain't right? Because it just wasn't right. Kind of found out this chick was the biggest hoe in the neighborhood. You get what I'm saying? And she was new. She was new to the neighborhood. It was already a hoe. She literally, she was giving head from the first day she moved in. From the first day she moved in, she was giving head to the neighborhood.
What you got to
know
do
what I'm
to
saying?
fit in, right?
She didn't have to. She didn't have to. She was pretty. She didn't have to do none of that. She could have walked around and got anything just from being pretty. She never had to suck a penis for nothing. Because I knew many of girls that were very beautiful that didn't have to do nothing. All they had to do was be beautiful. That's it. That's it.
Well,
but they
it's
didn't
all
know,
about
you know what I'm saying?
your self-image and, how much, you think of yourself.
That too.
Some people have a very low self-esteem, and
And some people just horse.
they feel like they need to do that to gain popularity. And yeah, to your point, yep, some people are just hoes.
Yeah. In Jamaica, we call it white liver. White liver. If you got white liver, you're highly promiscuous.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I like white liver. Hey, listen, I think that's a great spot to end it on.
Yeah.
White liver, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.
You already know, y'all. We got a bunch of stuff going on. Y'all go check out all of the old episodes. Y'all make sure y'all go to social media pages, all of that. Also go check out I'm just about to say that. Just go check out Tattoo. Was it Tattoo with Uzi? That's what it's called? Tattoo with Uzi. I'm gonna try to leave the Ink with Uzi. That's what it is. Ink with Uzi on Ink Therapy. I'm sorry.
Ink Therapy.
Ink Therapy with Uzi.
Come on, producer.
I'm the editor and I'm the producer. So I'm the editor and producer of this show. Shout out to Uzi, who's the tattoo artist, and he's out in Washington State. And dope.
If you're watching this right now and you've already watched the last one, that's the guy.
Facts. That is fact. Yeah, we just interviewed him on the last one, y'all. So this is been a journey.
Tattoo.
And Jim is the one who put all of this together, man. And it's definitely it's been a journey, and it's gonna continue to be a journey. So
I put it together because I'm lazy. Bomba Clout, get your shit going. Boom boom rider.
Boom boom rider.
I don't know. I heard it in a movie. It was in a Jason Statham movie.
So Pum Pum Rider is like Daisy Duke. So Pum Pum Rider, Bati Rider.
Oh, nice.
So it's like it's riding up in your pum pum or riding up into your Bati Rider, Pum Pum Rider.
I like pum pum. That's my favorite word. Now I know why.
Pum pum.
My soul understood the meaning.
Your camera go in and out of focus, probably because your glasses.
Probably because of the glasses.
Yeah, because it didn't see your eyes.
Anyhow.
Yeah, there you go. You couldn't see your eyes.
I know. I was trying to be cool, man. Damn.
Oh,
fucking
man.
camera be fucking me up.
Hey.
Anyways, man, I love you.
Like you too, bro. You already.
Fucking gnats up in this motherfucker. And I look forward to seeing you again next week. And, maybe we can, like, figure something out and we can film some shit or whatever. But we'll talk again soon. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Oddly Enough podcast.
Cast.
We got it. Nailed it. All right. Deuces.